Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. I want to go and say we have a lot of really big news to go and talk about, a lot of big stock moving, a lot of major retailers moving, and overall just a lot of really good news when it comes to American restocks and also UK restocks overall. So I can't wait to go and talk about this video. I know probably people are going to be asking what happened, scrubbing. I lost a fight. Don't worry about it. Hopefully it'll clear on up, or worst case, worse to make up for the next video. If anything, go give me like a sympathy like or sub or anything like that to go make me feel a little bit better. But if you guys are all having a good day overall, we've actually had some pretty kind of like a little bit of a slower day in general, but we're seeing lots of movement and lots of stuff going on, which is always very good news. So as always, guys, if you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed, especially for the PS5 giveaway, which should be ending pretty soon. So make sure you guys get your last minute subscriptions on in for that. Pop on the notifications if you guys like Sony news, PS5 restock news, or whatever. Leave a like if you guys enjoy these types of videos, or if you guys feel sorry for me, like I said, don't mind me. As well, if you guys want to, the Twitter and Twitch stream, link down below. Definitely go follow the Twitter. If anything, check on the Amazon link down below for restocks, resales, or whatever. I'll probably even be touching on Amazon throughout this video as well for the United States. As well, we also do have the Weeble. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100. You guys go get free stock and free money. And Coinbase, if you guys buy $100 with any cryptocurrency, you guys go get free Bitcoin. All the little sell links are always linked down below. So we have a little bit of news going on. We'll probably be tying this sometimes with a little bit of the UK news mixed on with American news as well. So if you guys are UK boys, this video is for you. If you guys are American boys, this video is also for you. And probably a lot of the Canadian boys as well should be mixed on in. So we have a lot to go and cover, a lot of things to go talk about. We actually had some major drops that have also happened too as well. And that kind of correlates a lot to American drops too. So I got you guys on this one. And if not, we'll probably have some more pure American videos throughout today too as well. So I'm going to kind of touch on some of this stuff. We'll be kind of quickly into let's go get the American and UK news mixed on in. So if you guys are American, I would probably go and say for major restock news in general, be on the lookout for sure throughout the next few hours if there's going to be a PS Direct. I kind of feel like there's not going to be one overall. I don't know why. I kind of feel like this could be a little bit more of a drier week, but that's kind of good so we can kind of build up prep throughout this week in general in terms of stock. But could be a random PS Direct. If there is in the next like 2 hours or so, I'll make sure to go tweet that on out and also put that in the description or on the community tab on the actual page itself. So be on the lookout for that. For other major restock news, I don't think there's anything super crazy when it comes to America besides the news we're going to be covering like in a minute or so. So just be on the lookout regardless for a lot of different other places, but I don't think anything is set in stone for today. But we do have some pretty good news all throughout the rest of the week with some potential big boy retailers such as Walmart going live in the near future. I'll give you guys more updates if we hear more stuff, maybe either tonight or tomorrow when it comes more of the Walmart drop. Now, they kind of go and touch it for the UK news, but it kind of affects a lot of the American news. So I'll go and do the stuff that kind of touches on this first. So Amazon UK actually went live last night or this morning, depending on what time you guys are, like what time zone you guys are in. I actually saw it go live around like 2 o'clock or so my time. So around maybe like 8, 9 o'clock in the UK time as well. And that's very big because if you guys remember, the last actual Amazon United States drop also happened at the same exact time as well as the UK drop that happened around like 2 weeks ago or so at this point. So if anything, I always kind of use this as a correlative that basically the Amazon UK getting stock is always very good for the American stock. We also do know that there's a big rumor going around with like around 40,000 consoles coming out in the near future for the United States. So that's a big thing to be on the lookout for throughout these next few weeks. In terms of is it going to drop this week? I kind of feel like it seems like America's more on like a 1 month cycle, so every like month or so Amazon drops, and it kind of seems like what we've been seeing so far, at least ever since the UK is starting to get more consistent stock, which we're kind of going to touch on too for the American boys. Well, it kind of seems like Amazon UK is around every like 2 weeks or so, and then the American restocks every around month or so. So this might be a nice little halfway point, or for something for us to be on the lookout for, because as we're seeing Amazon stock moving, whether it's either from the UK or forever, basically just kind of means that, like, why would one Amazon place be getting stock and one other place wouldn't? And typically it's kind of nice for them to go and divvy out stock regardless when it comes to all the consoles in general. So be on the lookout for that either way. So just letting you guys know on that. As well, it's always been kind of really big too as well for the UK boys, because they've actually been getting a lot more restocks. Some other kind of things that kind of tie on in, and why this is all important for the American boys is because if you're American, if other regions are getting stock, that means that stock is moving in terms of from Sony. They're constantly producing different stock and moving it to different regions. But also it's kind of the same thing where whenever one major area gets a lot of restocks, that means that it can have a little bit of a cooldown period and they can put that stock towards a different region. We've kind of seen that kind of happen in different times, even on like the Indian drops, etc. Basically, when they were prepping up big stock for all those regions, we had a chance for them to go and actually get stock overall for other places too, or on vice versa. If one region's getting stock, then their one's a little bit more chill as well. So be on the lookout for that regardless. I think this is very good news. We have a lot more UK news, and as I mentioned, it kind of pertains down to both like America and Canada drops, because whenever this place is more so fully fulfilled, they can kind of be chill for another 2 or 3 weeks, build up stock, let Sony actually work in other regions. And overall, that's very good for us in the United States. So basically, I kind of feel like we're going to have a really big wave of new stock all throughout March, maybe more so in mid-March or like later on March. And this is kind of, I guess, somewhat relevant. So when it comes to this, we actually had Argos go and drop up in the UK. I think they were doing somewhat of regional drops, kind of how we sometimes do it for, say, like Target, but it's a little bit more in the smaller time, so it's like throughout a day. So we did see a lot of people go actually get consoles, I think, from the Argos drop, and that's one of the more major retailers. I'm not sure how much you guys and American people like hearing this stuff. I like learning about it because I'm not from the UK. Game, I think, actually had some leaks that it was going to be dropped around the 16th before, but now I think it might even be tomorrow for all the UK boys. Some of these places also sometimes do go and also be like can be sent from the UK to America. I kind of usually feel like every region should deserve their own stock. So Canada should only get Canada, UK should only get UK. But if you guys are very, very desperate, there is some of these retailers that will go and ship across seas. I kind of think if anything, it's probably nicer for them to kind of focus on their own region. So if you guys are American, you guys can do that. Maybe try your best not to, because it's kind of taking away from someone who's been waiting for consoles. But I guess if you guys are really desperate, you guys can try, or even find a friend out there and have it sent out over the seas and stuff. Sometimes it's actually cheaper as well. But we also do know that Game probably looks like it's tomorrow or throughout the next few days. Letting you guys know, Game is one of the more major retailers up in the UK. I believe also Curry's as well is not 100% confirmed, but I think they have been saying their stuff been really, really soon as well, all throughout this week or early next week. Very, I believe, also has not dropped as of now. Very is just another console place, actual retailer, which is going to be dropping very soon. Sorry, that was bad. But basically, as you guys are seeing, all these major retailers are either dropping, like Amazon UK or Argos, but all the other major places that we've been on the lookout for, or at least are aware of when it comes to the UK, are dropping very soon. Most likely throughout this week, or more so throughout early next week. And as I mentioned, for a lot of the United States people, it's usually good, because basically all the stock that Sony's been producing and moving that's going towards the UK or Europe means that they're basically fulfilling what they have to do. They might have like a 2-3 week cooldown period, because we're kind of, I think, hearing rumors that there's going to be not a lot more major restocks in the UK and EU on the second half of March, so more in like the 3rd or 4th week of March. So it would almost kind of maybe make sense, and they have UK focused on their major redistribution right now for the early week, as we're seeing all these retailers getting stock. We've had confirmations that there has been stock. We know there's warehouse people actually receiving stock over as well for all these places like the Games, Argos, Currys, Amazons. So that means that they actually have been having stock moving for a little bit. And then also kind of correlates over to us for America, because I kind of think we'll have a lot of major drops throughout the 2nd and 3rd week of United States, or more so at least beginning all the consoles arriving up then. So it would make sense. Basically get the UK and Europe done for this week, then next week and all the other weeks we can focus on Canada, as well as also the United States. I do also want to touch on for other stuff as well, because Japan has been seemingly really low. We did an article earlier on today saying that there was only like 300,000 consoles even sold in Japan, which is nothing. That is like my town here in Chicago is bigger than that, if anything. So that's just overall so low. So they might be trying to go work in some movement over there and other regions as well, because some of the regions have also their pre-orders and stuff going on. And so that might be like maybe another slight delay for us in America, but overall it's very good, because as most of the stock is going on in the UK, number one, it's good for the UK boys 100%. If any of you guys are in the Europe or in the UK and you guys are like, yes, let's go get some consoles soon, be on the lookout. Pretty much every major retailer is dropping restocks. But as well, as I mentioned, this kind of corresponds back to the United States, where basically of all these places, all these major retailers are getting stock. This is basically like the equivalent of like Best Buy, Amazon, Target, Walmart, and GameStop all getting restocks. And then we're happy, but then for the next 2 weeks, we're a little bit dry. This is pretty much how I'm kind of correlating this towards the UK and America. And I think a lot of it makes sense overall. But overall, like I said, this is a lot of really good movement. We're seeing a lot of actual restocks. Even here in America, I think we're getting overdue now for some of the major retailers, even though it's only been like a week. So it still might be a little bit on the drier side this week overall for America, but we do have at least a few pretty much confirmed drops throughout this week. So all around, I would say this is really big news. There's a lot of major restocks happening, a lot of big restocks happening. As that I mentioned, it's very good for all the UK boys with all these places. Argos even might be doing another drop too. That's been rumored in the next 2 weeks. As I mentioned, Game Curries and all these places are good. Amazon UK dropping. Like, we're seeing movement, and that's always good. And as I mentioned, it correlates a lot to America, because once all these places are good, ideally we should have some more stock going on. As well as I mentioned, be on the lookout throughout the next few hours for the PS Direct. I think this week's looking a little bit more of a drier week overall, but I think it will be kind of nice if we can see one. If I do see one, I'll make sure to tweet it out or put a YouTube community post on my YouTube channel. So overall, this is really good news. If any of you guys are in the UK and you guys like this stuff, let me know. If you guys are American, kind of like the corresponding, let me know as well. And also, like I mentioned, my face would hopefully be nicer and clearer up throughout this next video or so later on throughout today. So we could hopefully be nice and clean for that. Sorry about the eyesore. I'm sorry, boys. What can I do? What can I do? But thank you guys all so much for watching. If you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed, as well leave a like on the video itself if you guys would enjoy. We always have the Amazon link down below for the PS5 if you guys want to check for cancellations, orders, or whatever. We always have the Twitter and Twitch stream. Would love if you guys followed up on either or dropped an Amazon Prime sub up on the Twitch stream. As well, we also have the Weeble. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100. You guys go get free stock and free money. And of course, Coinbase. If you guys buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency, you guys go and get free Bitcoin. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed, and hopefully we'll have a lot more good drops soon as well, especially for the UK boys. Be on the lookout. The very, very imminent, very, very on point, and also for the American boys, hopefully sometime soon for all of us as well. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys up in the next one.